It's almost time to rally in the valley. But first, it's the Matsu Miners pregame show, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Home sweet home. The Miners are very happy to be back at Herman Brothers Field. Here in Palmer, they take on the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks. And we are almost ready to go. We apologize for somewhat of a little bit of a late start to the pregame show. It's about 5:51 here in Palmer. It was supposed to be a doubleheader, but just very, very bad rain early this morning. And they had to cancel game one. And this is game two. And there's, as far as I know, there's going to be a doubleheader the next time these two teams play on the, let's see, that's the 22nd. Yes. It looks like we're actually, looks like we're almost ready to go here. But let's wrap up yesterday's game. A big win, 4-1 for the Miners against the Peninsula Oilers. They split that two-game series over in down in Kenai. And Tyler Stubblefield really just had such an excellent, excellent performance.
That's right. Stubblefield, that second game was very important to kind of the Miners' morale. They lost the first one and lost the first one 9-6. So the run support was there. The pitching, on the other hand, the bullpen was a little shaky, but they came around in that second game and was led by Tyler Stubblefield, no doubt.
Looks like we're almost ready to go here in Palmer, the Matsu Miners and the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks. Ben Taylor, the head coach for the Miners, meeting with the home plate umpires, and the head coach for the Goldpanners, Mike Grahovic. And a little overcast here. You can sort of see the sun out there in center, but just very overcast and not a big crowd here, of course. A lot of people probably didn't think they were going to get this game in. The field maybe a little spongy at some points or some spots, but for the most part, Sean Winston, he was the one who said to me, hey, you can play on this. This is perfectly fine. And the rain is staying away for now. And it looks like we're going to get this one in.
Yeah, definitely. Things were a little shaky earlier today. It was just pouring here in Palmer all morning, but the field looks great, and I guess that's kind of why they have spikes on their shoes, have extra grip on the field, and get this one in.
Well, as we get you ready for the game, let's bring you first the starting lineup for the Alaska Goldpanners. They are third in the American League at 5-5, a game and a half out of the Anchorage Bucks. They're 10-7, and the Miners are 11-8, a game and a half out of the Pilots for that top spot in the National League. And here's a lineup that Grahovic has turned in tonight. Brandon Caruso, the left fielder, he'll lead off from Pepperdine. Scott Hurst bats second. He's in center field. Jacob Hayes bats third and right from Indiana State. Von Bazoian, the designated hitter from Concordia University Irvine, he's in the cleanup spot. Tanner Pinkston bats fifth. He's at first base from Cal State Fullerton. Cody Nulf from Orange State College bats sixth. He's at shortstop. Mike Whelan does the catching from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Hunter Villanueva bats eighth at second base from Fresno Pacific. And Ryan Clark bats ninth at third base, a college teammate of Cam Newell. He is from UC Santa Barbara. And on the mound, it's the left-hander Jace Puckett from San Jose State University. He's from Reno, Nevada. And it looks like we are just about ready to go here in Palmer. Let's bring you inside Herman Brothers Field for public address announcer Wolfgang Winter.
Today's postponed game will be made up as part of a doubleheader on the 22nd of July. That's a doubleheader starting at 4 o'clock now. Again, July 22nd. That is a Tuesday. Will be a doubleheader beginning at 4 p.m. And while you're up and about, be sure to see the Grillers for special offers from the Alaska Club. Reminder also at the schedule for the remainder of this week. We've got the Oilers in town tomorrow. Fred Meyer Day at the Park, 7 o'clock. Tuesday's an off day, and then the Chinooks will be here Wednesday and Thursday for 7 o'clock games. And now let's meet the visiting team. Please welcome the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks. Leading off from Pasadena, California, and Pepperdine University, left fielder number 2, Brandon Caruso. Batting second out of Glendora, California, and Bishop Vermont Prep, center fielder number 12, Scott Hurst. In the 3 spot, the right fielder out of Terre Haute, Indiana, and Indiana State University, number 10, Jacob Hayes. In the cleanup spot out of Chino Hills, California, and Concordia University, Irvine, designated hitter number 30, Von Pozoyan. In the 5 spot, number 28, first baseman out of Dublin, California, and Cal State Fullerton, Tanner Pinkston. Batting 6th out of Orange, California, and Orange Coast College, shortstop number 7, Cody Knoll. Catching and batting 7th out of Rock Island, Illinois, and Arkansas Pine Bluff, number 11, Mike Whelan. Batting 8th, second baseman out of Bakersfield, California, and Fresno Pacific University, number 5, Hunter Villanueva. And batting 9th, third baseman out of Fresno, California, and UC Santa Barbara, number 8, Ryan Clark. Starting pitcher for the Goldpanners out of Reno, Nevada, and San Jose State University, number 23, Jace Puckett. Please welcome the coaching staff for the Goldpanners. Head coach, manager Mike Grohovac, pitching coach Ken Hookup, and hitting coach Anthony Hudding. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Matsu Miners. Starting lineup for your Matsu Miners, leading off out of Peoria, Arizona, and Grand Canyon University, shortstop number 3, Paul Panachone. Batting second, right fielder out of Roseburg, Oregon, and UC Santa Barbara, number 14, Cam Newell. The designated hitter bats third out of Burien, Washington, and Stanford University, number 12, Johnny Loker. Batting cleanup out of Mission Viejo, California, and Grand Canyon University, the catcher, number 24, Josh Meyer. Playing center field and batting 5th out of Tumwater, Washington, and Washington State University, number 22, Cameron Frost. Batting 6th out of Portland, Oregon, and Stanford University, first baseman, number 28, Matt Decker. Batting 7th, second baseman out of Roseville, California, and Cal State Northridge, number 4, Nick Blazer. In the 8th spot out of Arlington, Tennessee, and the University of Tennessee, third baseman number 7, Jordan Rogers. And batting 9th, left fielder number 9 out of Brenham, Texas, and Rice University, Dane Wunderlich. Starting pitcher this evening out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and the University of Tennessee, the birthday boy, happy birthday, number 21, Kyle Serrano. And please welcome the coaches, head coach, Mr. Ben Taylor, pitching coach, Mr. Brad Baker, assistant coach, Mr. Sean Winston. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your head cover, face the flag behind the center field fence. As we enjoy our national anthem, celebrating the freedoms we enjoy today, performed this evening by Alaska Color employee Jenny Lindsay. Please remain standing until the color guard has left the field.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprinkling the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Match 2 Miners Baseball.
With championships in 2004, 2007, 2009, and 2010, the Miners are looking to bring a title back to the Matsu Valley.
This is the longest championship drought in 10 seasons.
8 former Miners selected in the 2014 MLB draft, and head coach Ben Taylor is back for another season of baseball in the Valley.
Here we go. Matsu Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network.
2-0 pitch swung on, lifted to center field. Charging is Frost. Frost makes a diving catch. What a play by the center fielder.
Set out to deep right. Going back is James Avant at the wall. He will watch it go.
High fly ball down the third base side. Going back for it. It's at the wall. Smith Brown's first heads to second. But is there standing for a leadoff double.
Here's the pitch. Swing, a high fly ball out to deep left. Back goes Adam Manster. It's gone! A grand slam, and the Miners walk off with the win! Johnny Lothar, welcome to the Valley!
And now, the voice of the Miners, Austin Pollock and Emma Tiedemann on the call. Right now!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Harmon Brothers Field. Miners back in Palmer for today's matchup against the Alaska Goldpanners. I'm Emma Tiedemann alongside Austin Pollock, and the Miners return after a 2-game stint in Kenai. Lost one and won one. Lost the first game to the Oilers 9-6, and came back with Tyler Stubblefield, the pitcher from A&M, to win the second game 4-1, and just outstanding pitching and really great hitting from the middle of the lineup from Frost, Meyer, and Decker in particular. And they're hoping to keep things going with a winning momentum here at Harmon Brothers against the Panners. And Kyle Serrano on the hill for the Miners. He's throwing to Josh Meyer, the Miner. Serrano, it is his birthday. He's 19 years old today, out of the University of Tennessee. And ready to get things started here. Serrano, through 18 innings pitched, has given up 19 walks but has struck out 30. So some control issues early on for Serrano, but has looked better and better as the summer has gone on, and we'll get things started here with the leadoff batter for the Panners. Serrano sets. First pitch to Brandon Caruso. Swung on and is lifted in the left center. Charging is Frost. Makes a diving catch to start things off, and what a way to start for the Miners.
You can't ask for anything better. That ball looked like it was going to drop, but Frost has that speed in center field and just kept charging and charging. Great play by Frost in center.
And that brings up Scott Hurst. First pitch, big swing, strike one by Hurst out of Cal State Fullerton. With a 5.14 average. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little low, ball one.
Hurst actually just graduated from high school. He's from Glendora, California.
1-1 pitch by Serrano. High and away, ball two. He's hit 1 home run, 8 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 1 triple. And he's a commit to Cal State Fullerton. Lefty. 2-1 pitch. Big swing by Hurst. Strike two. Even count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hurst checks in with 1 home run and 8 RBIs. Panners lead the ABL in average in conference play, 314.
2-2 pitch. Inside. Now full count for Hurst.
You know, the thing about Kyle Serrano, he throws very hard. Probably around that in that mid-90s, 93, 94, 95. Probably touch up to 96, too.
3-2 pitch. Fouled back. Stays live with 3-2 count. Hurst also has 2 doubles and 1 triple.
You know, another thing about Serrano, with that speed, can sometimes bring out command issues. We've seen him walk a lot of batters.
3-2 pitch. High and away. Gets behind Meyer. And that's ball 4 in the first walk for Serrano.
Now batting, right fielder number 10.
Yeah, but also a good thing for Serrano, he has 30 strikeouts in 18 innings.
But also has 19 walks in 18 innings.
This is true.
Brings up Hayes, the right fielder.
Hayes from Indiana State.
Hitting .347, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, 5 doubles, 3 triples. First pitch very high by Serrano, ball 1.
It's nice to be back here in Palmer.
Oh, definitely.
Home sweet home.
Hayes out of Indiana State University. 1-0 pitch, low and inside, ball 2. Hitting .347. Has 26 runs on 25 hits. Was 2 for 4 yesterday against the Chinooks. 2-0 pitch, and there's strike 1 for Serrano.
Panners have a lot of power, but that ballpark up in Fairbanks, not very big. Very short down those lines in left and right.
2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch swung on. Foul down the third base side. Strike 2. Jacob Hayes, a 5'11", 185-pound junior. He was a redshirt junior out of Indiana State. Played in the outfield. He is playing in right field today. Serrano sets. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball down the third base side.
Serrano started tonight's game 0-1 with a 4.00 ERA. This is his 6th start, and as I mentioned, 30 strikeouts in 18 innings, and as Emma mentioned, 19 walks in 18 innings.
Serrano came in really wanting to. Runner goes at first, throw by Meyer, catch by Panachone, and he's out, caught stealing for out number 3. And that'll bring us back to the, well, that'll bring us to the bottom of the first. Things tied up at 0. You're listening to the Matsu Miners Radio Network.
If your car needs a new tail light or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com.
Bottom of the first here at Herman Brothers. Due up for the Miners, Panachone, Newell, and Loker. Top of the first inning with a fly out to center fielder Frost for Caruso. Hurst was walked and caught stealing with a strike him out, throw him out situation with Jacob Hayes at the plate. 3 up, 3 down inning for the Miners. First pitch by Puckett to Panachone, a little high, ball 1. Puckett with a 3-0 record through 21 and 2/3 innings pitched. 19 hits, 11 runs earned first, and that pitch in there for strike 1 has walked 9 but struck out 19. Started 4 games, an ERA of 4.56. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball high, ball 2. Puckett out of Reno, Nevada, a junior out of San Jose State University. 2-1 pitch to Panachone, big swing, strike 2.
You know, we don't see Panachone swing a lot, but I guess maybe in the last couple games during this losing streak. Of course, they won yesterday 4-1, but we saw it a lot during that losing streak.
2-2 pitch by Puckett. Swung on, fouled back, stays alive with 2-2 count. Puckett, the lefty, batting to Panachone, the right-handed batter. Two lefties, though, in the lineup. Or, excuse me, just one for the Miners. 2-2 pitch, high, ball 3.
Panachone was 2 for 5 yesterday against the Oilers, and he's hit in 8 of his last 10 games.
Puckett sets. Here's 3-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Miners. After Panachone works the count full. Brings up lefty Cam Newell. Newell hitting .386, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs, 5 doubles, no triples.
0 for 5 yesterday against the Oilers. That .386 average is good for 4th in the ABL.
Puckett sets. First pitch to Newell. Little high, ball 1.
And those first 3 spots are actually occupied by Anchorage Bucks. Miners 0-2 against the Bucks this summer. Bucks atop that American League.
1-0 pitch. Puckett instead throws it to first to check Panachone. 1-0 count.
Back-to-back games where the Miners have faced a lefty. Of course, Alice DeVries yesterday. Miners got to him. But a lefty-lefty matchup. Maybe a little tough for Newell. As I mentioned, 0 for 5 yesterday.
1-0 pitch. Swung on, lifted back behind us for foul ball. 1-1 count. Newell out of UC Santa Barbara. Sophomore there. Originally from Roseburg, Oregon. Cam Newell's from Oregon along with Matt Decker. 1-1 pitch. Hits him in the back. That is 2 straight base runners for the Miners. Brings up Johnny Loker. Loker, the designated hitter tonight. We saw him in left field yesterday against the Oilers. Loker, seen him strike out a lot lately ever since coming back from being out of the lineup for a few games. Just a lot of swings and misses, but was able to get on base yesterday.
Very, very light sprinkle falling here at Herman Brothers.
Well, if it rains anymore, they're might have to postpone this game because the field is pretty wet. But Johnny Loker at the plate now for the Miners. Puckett sets. First pitch. Straight over the plate for strike 1. Loker yesterday reached on a drop third strike. Was struck out 2 more times. Then was walked and had a double in the 9th. 0-1 pitch by Puckett. Swing and a foul ball back for strike 2. Panachone on the second, reached on a walk. Newell on first, reached on a hit by pitch. Loker at the plate with a .406 average, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 3 doubles. Loker out of Stanford. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out here in the bottom of the first and first strikeout for Jace Puckett.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about that rain earlier today, and you can see it actually right on your screen. Right here. You see it right here. That's turfus. That's actually sort of that stuff that kind of soaks up the rain. Kind of needed it today. Went through a lot of bags of that.
It's around home plate there and also around the mound. You can see it. Brings up Josh Meyer, the Miner. Catching for Serrano tonight. Puckett sets, runners go, double steal. And Wheeland, the catcher, elects not to throw, and it's a double steal situation now with Panachone at third and Newell on second.
You know, Ben Taylor today in Taylor's Take, that's also on YouTube, youtube.com/Matsu Miners Baseball. He talked about how it's getting guys on. That's the tough part.
0-1 pitch, inside ball one.
And we had talked about how it seemed more like getting guys actually to move around the bases and to score seemed to be more of the challenge, but he said no, it's actually getting the guys on.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless. Puckett, the pitcher, sets, delivers. Breaking ball low, ball 2.
Now, Meyer has been hot. I mean, it seems like he's just always been on base. He's got a 5-game hitting streak. During that streak, he's 9 for 18. That's 500 with 3 extra base hits.
2-1 pitch to Meyer. Swung on. Roller down the first base side. Meyer runs around and that rolls foul. Meyer yesterday was a very good contender for player of the game. Of course, that went to Tyler Stubblefield, but Meyer had 2 singles, a double, and was intentionally walked in the 8th and even scored a run off of that. So he reached base in all 4 at-bats yesterday against the Oilers. Just an outstanding job by Meyer and a lot of kind of improvement also. Meyer now batting .327, has 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 1 triple. Meyer swings the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Blown away, gets behind Wheelan. Panachone will just jog on in for the first run of the game. Newell also advances to third on the pass ball.
Yeah, that one actually I think hit the dirt right in front of home plate or just right behind home plate, and just kind of got away from the catcher Wheelan.
Meyer now with a 3-2 count, worked it full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Outside ball 4. Third base runner here in the bottom of the first. 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 strikeout for Puckett, the pitcher. And that brings up center fielder Cameron Frost out of Washington State. Frost hitting .323, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 2 doubles, 5 triples.
Seems to really do it all.
Puckett sets. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1, and he's out in center field, Frost is, and just had an outstanding diving catch by the leadoff hitter for the Panners, Caruso. Caruso swung at the first pitch, and Frost caught it. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and that's what we've been seeing a lot from Frost, is a lot of swings and misses. .02 pitch, outside ball 1. Meyer with a leadoff of first, Newell at third, and Panachone already scored off the pass ball by Wheeland.
And we've also seen Cameron Frost, although he does like to chase that slider and he does swing and miss at it a lot, we've seen him be much more patient the last couple games.
1-2 pitch, drop ball, and actually going to be called a strike. And the second strikeout for Puckett.
A little bit of a confusing play right there. I couldn't really tell whether he fouled that off or whether that was a drop third strike. It looked like I think it was a drop third strike.
Brings up Matt Decker out of Stanford, playing at first base tonight. Had a nice chat with him with the pregame profile. First pitch in there for strike one. You'll find that pregame profile on our YouTube page. Matt Decker, very polite, very nice guy.
No, he's always been.
0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, fouled back. Has worked very hard and has gotten used to playing with a new set of teammates after coming from Stanford. A very successful baseball program this year. Came up to Alaska with teammate Johnny Loker.
They're roommates.
0-2 pitch. In there, strike three. And that is a 3-pitch strikeout by Jace Puckett. Retires the side. But 1 run scores, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. As we head to the top of the second, the Miners lead 1-0. You are listening to the Matsu Miners Radio Network. Miners with the 1-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. I'm Emma Tiedemann alongside Austin Pollock, and leading things off for the Panners, Von Bozayan out of Concordia, Irvine, 6'5", 210 pounds. Kyle Serrano still on the mound. Had a 3-up, 3-down inning in the first. First pitch, blown away, ball one. Bozoian hitting .328. 4 home runs, 22 RBIs, 8 doubles. Serrano's pitch blown away again, ball two. Played yesterday against the Chinooks. Had 2 doubles, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. 2-0 pitch, blown away again, ball three. He also scored 3 runs yesterday against the Chinooks.
His 12 RBIs in his last 5 games.
3-0 pitch, high ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Von Bozoian. And the second walk of the game for Kyle Serrano. And the second base runner for the Panners in the game.
Now batting first baseman, number 28.
That brings up the first baseman, Tanner Pinkston. Tanner, the lefty. Out of Cal State Fullerton. Bats left, throws right. First pitch by Serrano, high and inside. Ball one. Pinkston checks in with a .269 average. 15 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs on the season. 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball two.
Not as many lefties in this lineup for the Panners as there were for the Oilers. 6 yesterday. Excuse me, 7 lefties against the lefty Stubblefield.
Rain really kind of starting to fall now here at Herman Brothers. 2-0 pitch, low and inside. Ball three. Looks like Serrano might be getting a little frustrated out there on the mound. Having a little bit control issues here early on. Sets. Here's a 3-0 pitch. High ball 4, and that's 2 walks in a row. 2 4-pitch walks in a row by Serrano.
Now batting shortstop number 7, Cody Noel.
Brings up the shortstop, Cody Nolf.
You know, that last outing for Serrano, that was the 29th against the Oilers. Got the loss, 4 1/3, 1 hit, 4 runs, none of them earned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. That came when he had food poisoning.
Josh Meyer, the catcher, heading out to talk things over with Serrano, kind of calm him down now with 2 base runners. The tying run at second, the leading run for the Panthers out on first. And Cody Nolf at the plate. Serrano sets. First pitch, low and in the dirt. Gets behind Meyer, but the runners will stay. Bazoian at second reached on the walk. Pinkston on first reached on the walk. And head coach Ben Taylor is going to head out to the mound to talk things over with his pitcher, Kyle Serrano, including the entire infield. And rain still kind of falling. It's not really misting. It's like in between a mist and a really light shower.
There is precipitation.
Yes. But there's still a pretty good crowd. I'd say there's probably a couple hundred.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, sometimes when there's rain, you don't really know, and it's sometimes just hard to kind of get the word out. I mean, if it's like a major league team or a minor league team, it's like, hey, they're gonna check. But here, it's kind of like you just don't know. It's really hard to get that word out. But it was also a very late decision. I know we were sort of pressed with our duties here before the game.
Serrano set to throw the second pitch to Nolf. Nolf with a 1-0 count. Top of the second, 2 on. Miners lead 1-0. Nobody on, and Cody Nolf at the plate. 1-0 pitch by Serrano. Shows bunt, pulls back, and that's a strike. Serrano with the first strike, thrown strike here in the second.
Cody Nolf hitting .377, just another guy approaching .400 for the Panthers.
1-1 pitch, bunt gets down. Serrano fields it. Quick little toss to Decker at first. And that's the first out with a sacrifice bunt, but that moves Bazoe into third and Pinkston to second.
Now batting, catcher number 11, Mike Whelan.
So the tying run just 90 feet away on third and the leading run in scoring position on second. That brings up Mike Whelan, the catcher. Whelan, the lefty, out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. First pitch, and there's strike one. Whelan with a .346 average, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 5 doubles. Oh, 1 pitch, fouled back, strike 2.
On the way back from Kenai yesterday, the Miners watched the DVD Touching the Game, a little bit of a documentary on the Alaska Baseball League, and a lot of them were getting some good laughs. Panthers got a lot of that, a lot of attention in that film.
0-2 pitch, breaking ball, little outside, ball 1. Panthers, we learned, were kind of the flagship baseball team of the Alaska League, which is why they kind of got a little extra attention.
Yeah, it's fair.
1-2 pitch by Serrano, swung on, foul back, stays alive with a 1-2 count.
You know, they make this league sort of what it is, and they've been known just to have a lot of success. Actually, the Panthers are the ones that bounced the Miners from the playoffs last summer.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Whelan. Serrano sets, here's the pitch, high and away, ball 2.
Panthers were also the 2013 ABL champions. It's got to be tough for them, their travel from Fairbanks. It's 6 hours from here. And going down to Kenai, that's 10 hours.
And even to Anchorage, to
Yeah.
literally any other place. Chugiak, 2-2 pitch, swung on, strike 3. That's the second out of the game, and the of the inning and the second strikeout of the game
Second baseman number
for
5.
Kyle Serrano. That brings up the second baseman, Villanueva. Has 10 RBIs, 1 double, no home runs on the season. First pitch by Serrano, high and inside, ball 1. Hunter Villanueva hitting .283, 1 double, has been walked 6 times and struck out 12. Pitch high and inside, ball 2.
Serrano at 35 pitches, 19 balls, 14 strikes.
.20 pitch, inside, but called strike. Villanueva, freshman at Fresno Pacific University, hometown Bakersfield, California. 2-1 pitch, inside, ball 3.
You can hear the pop in Josh Meyer's glove. Had a lot of speed on that one. Serrano digging behind that mound. Probably got all that dirt stuck in his cleats.
Here's a 3-1 pitch by Serrano. High ball 4 and loads the bases. 3 walks here in the top of the second
Now batting
to load them up
Ryan Clark.
for Ryan Clark. Clark, a sophomore out of UC Santa Barbara, a teammate of Cam Newell on the minors. Hometown is Fresno, California. Serrano sets. Pitch low and away, ball 1. Frost playing in a little bit to our right, a little bit into right center field, motioning towards Wunderlich, the left fielder, to move a little bit to his right also. 1-0 pitch, lifted deep into right field, going back for it is Newell. And runs into the wall, can't catch it. Run scores, Pinkston comes around third, along with Villanueva. And that is a 3-run triple. And head coach Ben Taylor is going to head out to chat with Cam Newell, the right fielder. He hit that wall hard.
Yeah, he really did.
Now batting
Newell kind of waving him off, saying, I'm okay, but BT's going to go out there anyway, check on his player.
Yeah, you know, Newell actually kind of. I think he may have. If that ball was hit a little higher than his leap, he went to the wall and just kind of leaped and jumped against that wall. That's all wood out there. There's no padding. I've held one of those long pieces of wood. That's hard. But he's good. I mean, he's shaking off BT. He's all good.
That's the first triple of the season for Clark. Ryan Clark now with 6 RBIs on the season after he scores 3. Bozoian scored, Pinkston scored, and Villanueva scored. Clark on third and brings us back to the top of the order to Caruso. Caruso had a fly out to center. First at bat, first pitch, high, ball 1. Brandon Caruso, 1-0 pitch, high again, ball 2. Yesterday at the Chinooks, did not have any at-bats. 2-0 pitch, lifted into a shallow right field, going back for it is Decker, the first baseman, makes the catch for the third out. 3-run score on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Panners now lead 3-1 here at Herman Brothers. You're listening to the Matsu Miners Radio Network.
The Miners spend their mornings lifting, running, and staying in shape by visiting the Alaska Club. Visit them in Anchorage, Eagle River, Fairbanks, Juneau, and the Matsu Valley. Visit www.thealaskaclub.com.
Nick Blazer set to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. Miners trail 3-1 behind the Goldpanners out of Fairbanks. Panners scored 3 in the top of the second. First pitch to Blazer, high and outside, ball 1. Blazer checks in at 273, has 6 RBIs, 2 doubles. Playing at second base tonight. 1-0 pitch by Puckett, low and inside, ball 2. Blazer steps back into the batter's box. 2-0 pitch by Puckett. In there, strike 1. Blazer out of Cal State Northridge. Three-two pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's outside, ball 3. And the left fielder, Caruso, playing a little deep out there in left field. Hurst, the center fielder, playing a little shallow, and so is Hayes, the right fielder. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Now full count for Blazer. Puckett, the lefty, facing Blazer, the right-handed batter. 3-2 pitch. Lifted into left center field. And going back for it is Hurst. Makes the catch, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the second.
That one hung up there for a long time. I thought it was going to get down.
Brings up Jordan Rogers, the third baseman, out of the University of Tennessee.
Jordan Rogers.
Teammate of Kyle Serrano, the pitcher for the Miners tonight. First pitch, outside, breaking ball, ball 1. Rogers with 9 RBIs, 4 doubles, no home runs. 1-0 pitch by Puckett, in there, strike 1. And yesterday at Kenai, the wind was really blowing in and kind of making the balls die, the fly balls especially. 1-1 pitch, and there, strike 2 for Rogers. But at batting practice, Rogers was the only person I saw that hit a few out as home runs, and that just shows that he has a lot of untapped power, I think. 1-2 pitch, low, ball 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's got a lot of pop in that bat. And like Mitchell now, and just like some other guys, we see it a lot in batting practice, but not so much in the games.
2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back. Stays alive with the 2-2 count.
Although Mitchell does have 2 home runs.
He does, but only at Shugiak.
Exactly.
The rain is falling even harder now. Definitely see it. 2-2 pitch to Rogers. Low and outside, but he swings at it anyway and fouls it back. Wiping off the bat, keeping it dry, trying to keep it dry. Sounds like there are quite a few kids out here at Herman Brothers. 2-2 pitch, outside, ball 3.
Yeah, with not a very big attendance tonight and more kids, more chances for foul balls.
Full count now to Rogers. Here's the pitch by Puckett. Swung on, ground ball to Nolf, the shortstop. Scoops it up, makes his throw to first. 2 away. Brings up.
Rogers didn't have the complete barrel on the bat right there. Sort of got that bottom part of the bat. And all I could really do was put it on the ground.
Brings up Dane Wunderlich, the left fielder tonight. 1 home run, 9 RBIs, 5 doubles, 1 triple. First pitch, swung on, fouled back. It definitely hit our press box. I think it was over the visiting booth.
Yeah, I think it hit just to our right. Looks like that rain really falling now.
0-1 pitch to Wunderlich. And there's strike 2. And yes, this is no longer mist. This is a rain.
Yep, this is rain. We'll have to keep an eye on this and see maybe if this one goes into any sort of a delay.
0-2 pitch to Wunderlich. Low and in the dirt, ball 1. Painter's bullpen, all their relief pitchers looking like they're heading back to the dugout.
Maybe it's like a sign that, hey, come on, it's raining.
Field already wet because of the rain earlier. And this morning, 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. It doesn't show that it's supposed to rain. Same thing for 6. Shows showers at 8.
2-2 pitch to Wonderlick. Low ball 3, and if there's one thing I've learned while being in Alaska, you can't rely on those apps. They're the
No.
most inaccurate. The Alaskan weather, especially here in the valley, is just, it changes so quickly.
Yeah.
3-2 pitch to Wonderlick. Breaking ball in there called strike 3. Wonderlick thought it was a ball, but that's called strike 3. And the 4th strikeout for Jace Puckett of the Panners. And that'll bring us back to the top of the 3rd. The Miners trail 3-1. You are listening to the Matsu Miners Radio Network.
Rain falling here in Palmer, a heavy rain. Started as showers, now it's turned a little bit heavier. Start at the top of the 3rd. Panners lead the Miners 3-1. I'm Austin Pollock, Emma Tiedemann to my right. Mike Grohovic, the head coach for the Panners, along with Ben Taylor. They're talking with the 2 umpires, probably talking about the rain. A safe assumption.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Kyle Serrano on the hill. Yeah, he's trying to clean out his cleats. He's got probably a lot of dirt in there. Josh Meyer out there as well as Ben Taylor is making his way over toward us, and we're going to step aside for just a few seconds on the Matsu Miners Radio Network. Hi, folks. Due to the weather conditions, tonight's game between the Miners and the Panners has been called. We will post any information related to a makeup game or any sort of, if they're going to resume the game, we'll post that on Twitter, twitter.com/ABLMiners. We will also post that information on the website, matsuminers.org. Again, this game has been called between the Miners and the Panners. The Panners do lead 3-1 as we start the top of the third. Again, this game has been canceled. Thank you very much.